Hi guys, today I've got something quite special for you to take a look at. You might remember a couple of weeks back BitFenix launched a new case called the Survivor. Now this is a totally different case from the Colossus which they launched earlier on in the year. This is more of a a smaller case. It's not a full tower case like the Colossus, and it's not as heavy. So it's a mid-tower case. It's more to do with being mobile, portable, so you can move it around, take it to LAN parties, take it to your friend's house. So I'll just take you through a few of the features before we go into the video review. At the top of the case we've got USB 3 support. Now BitFenix are very passionate about this. They've integrated it right from the very start, so going into 2011 you've got no worries about devices that are coming out with USB 3 support. It's got a very rugged design to it, and it incorporates the BitFenix Soft Touch, which is a matte finish on the outer shell, and it's stain resistant. I'll take you through when we go into the video. I'll take you, give you a nice close up on it and show you what that's all about. And at the top, as I said, it was quite a mobile case, quite portable. So at the top we've got a handle which you can conceal. When you press it, it pops up, and you can move this around. It's a lot easier to take it around, transport it to your friend's house or whatever. You've got control over the lights on the Survivor, so you can turn these on or off. And basically it's just a nice little case. You've got inside, you've got good cable management support, you've got little nifty little things inside there, and I think you've even got a bit of toolless design in there as well. Big CPU backplate. So as we go into the video I'll take you through the features and we'll get a good idea of what the Survivor's all about. Okay, I've got the Survivor out the box now, and straight away it looks quite a stylish case. It's got a very rugged design, but at the same time it's got some nice curves to it. And these curves actually go across the side panel here, so if you're going to try and get this side panel off, you're going to need to remove these brackets at the top and bottom, which is quite annoying, to be honest with you. The top section needs 2 screws removing with a screwdriver, and that bracket comes off. And the bottom section, same situation. It's got 2 screws to fix it in place. That's going to need to be removed, and once you've got that off, you then need to remove the 2 thumb screws. And that then gives you the access to remove the side panel. So I don't know whether this is going to appeal to very many people, because really when you want to get inside your rig, when you want to get inside to remove stuff, to change stuff out, or you've got any problems, you're going to have to do that every single time. Taking a look at the front of the Survivor, we've got a BitFenix logo at the top, which will illuminate red when we've got it powered up. Further down we've got 3 5¼ bays here to take advantage of for your optical drives. Further down we've got a ventilated area here, which is very soft. You can press it in and air can get in through there. There's actually a fan behind this. I'll just give you a zoom in and you can see the surface. And what that is, the Survivor is basically coated with the BitFenix Soft Touch, and that's it looks great, but it also protects it from stains and gives it a nice feel as well. It's very soft, and you can actually scratch that, leave marks, and then they just rub off straight away, which is quite nice. Taking a look at the top of the Survivor, we've got a slider cover here that covers the front control panel. So all you need to do is drop that down and then slide that back, and this gives you access to your typical front panel ports. So you've got audio and headphone, eSATA, you've got some LEDs there for activity, 2 USB 2 ports, 2 USB 3 ports, a light switch so that can take the lights on or off. You've got a power switch, and you've got the smaller one which is a reset button. Towards the back we have 3 sections. We've got some ventilation here for the 200mm fan, which is mounted at the top of the case, but we've also got a middle section, I mentioned in the intro that there's a handle, so what you do is you just press that in. That hasn't actually come out. Fantastic. So that's, just give you a bit of a zoom up for that, and that opens out, and whilst it's not that secure, it doesn't, I mean, it looks like it's rocking around and that, it does sustain the whole weight of the case, and it does allow you to carry it. It doesn't feel that secure. I think they need to work on that a bit, keep it a bit more rigid, but that just folds back down and presses back in. Moving to the back of the case, we've got there an opening at the bottom for a bottom mounted power supply unit. Moving up, there are 7 expansion slots that cover the back, so those have got ventilation on the actual panels, so that improves the airflow. Moving up, we've got a space there for 120mm exhaust fan. There isn't actually one included, so you'd have to include one of those yourself. A bit like the Colossus, it doesn't come bundled with a rear exhaust fan. And then moving up, we've got at the very back there, we've got 3 openings for looping cables through, organising your cables a bit better. There probably isn't going to be enough space for mounting a reservoir inside here, but as I said, you know, you can use this for cable management. At the bottom of the Survivor, we've got the 4 rubber mounts for the power supply unit to sit on, so that's going to provide a comfortable seat and also prevent any vibration. Underneath there's a filter which you can remove and clean. Moving up, there's the 7 expansion slots there. Each of those has got a thumb screw which you can easily remove. There's no rear exhaust fan, but you can provide one of those yourself. There's a 200mm fan at the very top, which is ginormous. Massive area for the CPU backplate there, so that should cover all the sockets. We've got toolless installation of the hard disk drive, so that covers the 3.5 inch, and also there's screw mounts there for the 2.5 inch, so your SSD. This top cage here can be removed out completely. At the top there we've got a little shelf for mounting 3.5 inch drives. Bundled with the Survivor, we've got an accessory kit. The first one we have is the BitFenix lockdown, which allows you to strap your graphics card to the case. Gives it a bit more stability. There's the USB header to the USB cables. Solid state drive brackets. BitFenix S2, which gives you peripheral security and stops thieves from taking away your gear. Got the screws, you've got thumb screws in there, your mounting for the motherboard, typical sort of screws. Got the speaker adapter there, and cable ties. Okay, I've just finished installing all the components into the Survivor. I'm going to take you on a quick close-up tour of all the features in the components. Okay, first off, I haven't installed the hard disk drive in the typical cage area. Decided to put it on the shelf, which is in the 5 1/4 bay, and it actually fits quite well in there. You don't even need to mount it. It's a nice tight fit. Keeps it all up at the top as well with the optical drive. So I'll just show you the distance. There's the 200mm fan there. You can see it's not very loud at all. The gap there is probably less than a centimetre, so it's very tight on that, and that's a Noctua NH-U12P, so you've got that's 158mm high, so anything more than that and I think you're going to struggle to get the side panel on. Just show you the graphics card. Now this is a 5870 and it's an XFX, so the power connectors go into the very back, which is meaning it's quite tight at the back there. I think with a 5970 you would struggle to get it inside this case, so you are a little bit limited in that aspect. Around the back of the Survivor we've got a massive area there for the CPU backplate. You can see there that's the AM3 socket, so that's covered that nicely. Got plenty of space for all the other sockets too. Now I'm just going to show you the distance between the motherboard tray and the side panel. You can see there, just under 2 centimeters, so that gives you ample space for putting your cables behind, managing those. I've removed this socket. It would be in this, just between the motherboard tray and the side panel in this little gully. I've removed it anyway. It's an 18-pin connector, and what this does is it allows you to hook up these 2 cable connectors for the logo LED, the fan LEDs and the logo switch. So there we have it, the new Survivor from BitFenix. Great little case for taking to events, taking to LAN parties or even your friend's house. Because it's only 10 kilos in weight and it's got the easy to access handle at the top, taking it to those places is going to be really easy. It accommodates the big CPU coolers, big graphics cards, so you'll be able to put high-end components into the case, and it's going to appeal to really the gamers but also those who like the minimalist look because of the case styling. It's priced around €99, which is £89, or if you're over in the States, that's with the current exchange rate $136, so it's quite an affordable case. Thanks very much for watching. If you'd like to subscribe at the top, and if you'd like to comment, it's always great to hear feedback on the video and also the product. Check our website too, because we're going to have a written review which is going into a bit more depth and just a bit closer look at the features. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll catch you soon.